Are you planning a holiday this year? Looking for somewhere quiet and relaxing, far away from the hustle and bustle of the capital wasteland? Free from raiders, ghouls, super mutants, and Democrats? A place to be surrounded by like-minded people with good old-fashioned, conservative family values? Do you enjoy the sweet taste of human flesh? Are you looking to marry a blood relation and start your own army of mutants? If you answered yes to all of these questions, then Andale is most certainly the perfect destination for you. Andale is an idyllic close-knit community located to the west of the capital wasteland, free from all the turmoil of the modern world. Why not speak with a warm fuzzy blanket travel representative today to discover all the wonders Andale has to offer? One of our customer service representatives will be only too happy to take your money. One of our customer service representatives will be only too happy to take your questions. So let's explore the town voted #1 best place to live in the USA, beating Springfield and Rockville. And it's easy to see why with all of our fabulous attractions. Special points of interest include bus stop, fire hydrant, dilapidated house, car wreckage, and much more. Andale also has plenty of modern amenities that make life in our quiet hamlet safe and comfortable. Are you tired of drinking dangerously irradiated water from unsourced locations till your gums bleed and you die from radiation poisoning? Well, here in Andale, all 3 of our houses are fitted with clean, hygienic utilities providing safe, clean water with up to 50% less radiation per litre. Just remember to keep an eye on that Geiger counter. As we say here in Andale, only a few ticks and you won't get sick. Yes, our modern plumbing really is the envy of the capital wasteland. We know that food and supplies can be hard to come by here in the capital wasteland, but not here in Andale. Despite not having any shops or travelling merchants, Andale is never short of food or good company. The friendly residents are always welcoming to newcomers and are always happy to have new visitors for dinner. You'll simply love the strange and exotic delicacies provided by Mrs. Smith. Oh, and don't bother yourself with silly questions like what am I eating and where did it come from? Best not to ask too many questions. Just try to ignore the strange smells coming from the basement and the shed out back. It's probably nothing. As we say here in Andale, we would love to have you for dinner. Are you single and ready to mingle? Well, finding a spouse or romantic partner is as easy as walking across the hall. Here in Andale, we have a proud tradition of keeping it in the family. Keep the family going, keep the family growing. As we say here in Andale, incest. It's fun for the whole family. Unfortunately, most of our houses were destroyed during the Great War, so accommodation space is limited, but don't worry too much about that. Once the residents get hungry again, you won't be staying long anyway. And if you have young children, you won't have to concern yourself with finding a school. Those were destroyed along with the rest of the buildings, so you won't have to worry about your children being exposed to strange, scary and progressive ideologies that contradict that book mysteriously missing from the capital wasteland. Despite passages constantly being quoted from one of the lead scientists of Project Purity. But don't worry, your children will have plenty of fun and exciting activities to keep them occupied and ignorant while the grown-ups go to work in the shed. Activities such as cycling, standing perfectly still and blinking, and of course Andale is fitted with a top-of-the-line play park, complete with swing set. Oh, but don't worry about the little tykes falling off and hurting themselves. The swing sets have been fitted out with our latest top-of-the-line safety precautions that prevent them from moving under any circumstances, even if you hit them with a sledgehammer. Yes, Andale truly is the safest and best place to live in the capital wasteland. But don't take my word for it, just listen to what some of the local residents have to say about our fine little town.
Just about everyone in the wasteland knows to avoid Andale, and they're right to do it.
It's the best little town there is. We don't have a care in the world here. I mean, honestly, what more do you need to know?
Get out! Get out while you can!
You're new here, aren't you? Wow. I've never got a chance to talk to the new people. Dad always takes care of them before I get a chance.
Andale, greatest place there is. We win Town of the Year every year. We've got no end of food and no troubles at all.
But it's all a trick! Don't you know anything?
My mom cooks and cleans the house, and my dad goes to work with Mr. Wilson. He keeps saying stuff to my mom about keeping the family going and how when him and Mr. Wilson were brothers, they didn't want to get married. It's weird.
No one ever asks me my opinion about anything, but I love it here.
Go! Get out of here before they get you too!
It's fantastic here. The best town in the USA.
People wander in here and they don't wander back out.
We love people. It's a shame when they slip out of our grubby little paws.
Just look in the basements or out in the shed. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, that old kidder? Whatever he's saying, he's just pulling your leg. He's always joking, that one.
You don't see anything wrong with a quiet little town full of friendly people in the middle of a blasted wasteland?
Well, you heard it here first, folks, so why not head on down to Andale today? We'd love to have you for dinner sometime. Gary, I think it's time we left now. Gary, start the car. Gary, start the car, let's get the hell out of here!